Survival House Network. Behind the Mask podcast here with the very special Riverman. It's been a long time since I've talked to Riverman on this podcast.
Yes, it's been a while since I've talked to you in general, actually. It's just been it's been so crazy the past 6 months, man.
Yeah. It's not really true, folks. Me and River talk a decent bit.
We do.
Not about movies, though. Usually goes to other areas. But usually I record a lot with the last BTM podcast that we've done have been with me and Zach. But yeah, it's good to have River on here. And
I like to come back a lot more. I had a boy a few months ago, 3 months ago now, so I really haven't had time to do the whole podcast thing, and I'm hoping to jump back into it. So,
Todd, you son of a bitch! Did you just assume your son's gender?
Oh, shut up!
You son of a bitch!
He better be, man. I changed. I changed his diapers, so
it's not fair. It's not fair to him for you to assume his gender.
He doesn't get a fucking choice. Let's just say that. He identifies as what I tell him he is.
I made a quip on social media yesterday that not picking on anybody, not making fun of anybody, not just staying in the middle, but just having a little fun with it. There's now 27 acknowledged genders. And I decided I'm going to at least – if you can't beat them, join them. I'll add to the stack, and I now identify my gender as Rambo. So I demand to be respected, and I want to come up with the bathroom symbol for Rambo, for the Rambo sex.
What would that be? Would it be just like a –
be like a muscular stick figure with an AK.
Yeah.
Like a railgun or something.
What was that? What was he shooting, like a 50 cal or whatever in Rambo? Or he's just like tearing people apart in the newest Rambo movie?
It was some kind of like rail chain gun. It was like on a tank, right? It was like attached to a vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about guns. I really don't. I'm not that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It was the 50 cal. Basically, those guys drove up in the Jeep, wasn't it? And he basically tore them in half with it, dude. God.
Oh, it's great. And they were all like running through the marsh, and they were just like fish in a barrel, and he was just gunning them all down in this marsh. And obviously, they're in like water, and they can't really get away.
It's one of the greatest endings in film history, dude. The final battle, dude. I love it.
The whole climax between the weird fucking landmine, the bomb. Mm-hmm. He finds the old landmine, and he finds an old fucking like missile. Like he finds a landmine from the war, I guess. I don't know. And he finds a missile, and then he straps this landmine to the missile, and then blows them both up. Blows up the entire like woods and everything after killing about. And I've said it a million times. Rambo 4. It holds the record for largest body count in a movie, if you don't count natural disasters, right?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't count. It's easy for the Titanic to sink and say, okay, 1,000 people died. But it has the most on-screen deaths per person. And it's pretty brutal. And then, of course,
it's probably my favorite action film. I mean, storyline, no, but pure action.
But who needs it? Who needs a story in that?
No, you don't. No.
Rambo 4... You know what? If I want the backstory of Rambo, I'll take First Blood.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Rambo 4, man. We just need an excuse to get him in the jungle. Just give us a means to an end. Yeah, I love it. And it makes that movie has so much rewatch value. Like I want to watch it all the time.
I was thinking about watching it today. Actually, I heard somebody talking about it, and it's been like 3 or 4 months since I've seen it. So.
And obviously anybody out there that's hopefully you've seen it, but there's the two versions: there's the theatrical version and there's the director's cut version, which is unofficially known as John Rambo.
Get the director's cut version.
I have both. Yeah, definitely the director's cut version.
As well.
And I love it because I think they should have called it, because if you get the director's cut version, it's called John Rambo in the film.
Yeah.
It's called Rambo when you on the front cover and all that stuff. But when you watch the actual director's cut, the title screen is John Rambo, and I wish they kept that title. It's perfect because and it would have balanced out because he can't just come out with Rocky Balboa the year before, and what a great bookend. Have Rocky Balboa, and then you have John Rambo, but no, just called it Rambo, which is fucked up because everybody called the first one Rambo unofficially.
How did they do in the box office? Was it a flop or?
No, it wasn't a flop. The thing is they didn't make they weren't like huge budgets, and the only reason he got to make Rambo 4 is because Rocky Balboa was a surprise hit, and yeah, so he got budgeting to do that, and I don't remember how much it cost. I want to say. I mean, I'm not going to look it up, but
I'm looking it up right now. I'm really curious.
Probably like 30 million. 30 million.
Let's see. 50
for an action
50 mil.
50 mil. Okay, that's marginal.
Domestic, it only made 42.
What did it make? What did it make worldwide?
World 113.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's almost the goal line because they want to make 250%, right?
Yeah.
They want to make profit in a half, 1.5 times. So that would have been 125 million would have hit them. So they're pretty close.
Yeah.
But worst comes worst, man. They just give them less of a budget for the next one. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Stallone, I mean, it's a good segue to talk about Stallone because he's been in the news a little bit. And not a whole lot of people have picked up on it or talked about it lately, but I'm blown away because, last year when he sort of made his comeback, his resurgence with Creed in the dramatic world of acting, he appropriately at the time, he got an Oscar nom. He was kind of he's old, 70, 71. He appropriately said, you know what? This is a good bookend to a part of my career. I'm going to retire from action movies because I'm getting old, and especially with a new lease on the dramatic roles and whatnot, it was fitting. But then I'm blown away because all of a sudden in the last few weeks they've announced Expendables 4 is about to start pre-production, and it's official. And there's another movie too. I can't think if it's on the tip of my tongue, but there's another movie he's got in the works too that I believe is action as well. But the Expendables thing blows me away because, of course, he's kind of backpedaling. The third one was a bunch of egg in their face.
Yeah,
we got to make one
pure
this time around. PG-13, trying to pass the torch because he was kind of done then too. Like, okay, we're gonna make one more. It's gonna be patching the torch onto these really shitty B-level athletes. Who would you have watched that movie?
What?
If the new one came out, because they wanted to pass the torch on to these new people.
Hell no.
Ronda Rousey and
if Stallone wasn't in it and all the Statham and all those, no.
Yeah, and so they were going to carry on the franchise, but move it on and pass the torch. And the backlash was horrible. PG-13. They kicked out all the classic actors in favor of screen time for all these loser martial artists or whatever. I mean, you bring in Wesley Snipes just to take him away.
Yeah.
It was the biggest crime ever. And, nobody was having it. Now, all of a sudden, Expendables 4 is happening. And it's going to be a hard R, he's saying, which good for him. But, hopefully it's not too little too late. But a hard R, they should have never strayed from the path to begin with. But, yeah, I'm hoping they just kind of write off that new cast altogether. I hope they just kind of play it off like, hey, they're gone.
That's why I was rooting for Ronda Rousey to lose for 2 matches. So they wouldn't bring her back.
So her star would fade?
Yes, pretty much. And she wouldn't be in the new Roadhouse, too, because I don't want to see a remake of that.
Is she supposed to be like a female Swayze?
Yes, she was supposed to be. And I'm hoping that, tanked. Because I love Roadhouse, and I didn't want them to remake that.
Oh, what do you mean tanked? It didn't even get made, did it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I would hope it would have tanked, because I don't want to see that.
I would have never seen it. And like we said, speaking of a hypothetical new Expendables, like I said, would anybody? Obviously, Expendables 3 was setting up this new cast. So they would have had to have sold you on this new cast, and with the performances in 3, made you want to see a 4th one. But nobody gave a shit about them. So like, it's just, I would not give $1 to see that movie.
But what young action stars are really out there under the age of, let's say, 35? There's really not many out there. I mean, I don't know who.
No, as far as young?
Yeah. I mean, who's doing action now other than, the usual straight-to-DVD guys?
Well,
under the age of 35. I mean, there's really nobody.
What's sad is the youngest isn't even young, but Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
But he's not even young. I mean, he's, how old is he? And he's been around for a few years now.
So in the next 10 years, I mean, these movies will be extinct. I mean, there won't be which is going to be sad because somebody really needs to step up, I think.
See, yeah, Scott Adkins will be 41 this year. So, but I'm saying he's kind of like the last of the Mohicans, and he's not even new.
Yeah.
He's not a spring chicken anymore.
They got to find a Stallone or a Jean-Claude. They got to find somebody.
Well, it's hard to breed new action stars when action's dead.
I know, but still, they could come out with a straight-to-DVD guy. I mean, Statham just kind of popped out of nowhere.
Kinda. He popped out of nowhere from Guy Ritchie movies. Yeah. Then from the Guy Ritchie movies, he got the Transporter, and then they all of a sudden it's like, hey, this guy's an action star. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they tried to mold Matt Damon into one, which is a fucking joke. I mean, he better not be in the new Expendables, by the way, either.
Oh, dude! First of all, Matt Damon would not do it. I don't think he needs it.
Let's hope not.
That's funny. That's funny. But I'm happy. I'm glad. We were kind of talking about this before we started recording, but the only thing I'm not happy about is I'm scared because they've already gone through Van Damme. They've already gone through Eric Roberts of all fucking people, and they even got to Mel Gibson. It's like, who else is left to be a villain? And it scares me that they're going to put Steven Seagal in it, because I was very happy that they always avoided Steven Seagal, and he was almost in one of them. Steven Seagal was going to be in the second one, but there was some sort of disagreement or whatever, right?
What about you got Hulk Hogan still, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan was one of those loose rumors for a little while back in the day. Pierce Brosnan could work. He's kind of riding the rail on being action. I get it. He was James Bond.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were flirting with the idea of Jackie Chan.
They need to get Jesse Ventura in there too.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be so funny, dude.
Absolutely. Jackie Chan was being talked about for Expendables 3, and I remember that kind of felt like that was close.
Mind control.
That was close, but it didn't happen because Jackie Chan didn't want to share the star power with all these other people and have a minimal role, right?
Yeah.
And then Nicolas Cage.
Ugh.
Nicolas Cage and Jackie Chan were so close to being in part 3 that Stallone even teased photos of them and everything in the movies, but it didn't happen, and there was some kind of disagreement with Nicolas Cage, and I think Nicolas Cage wanted to do it. There was just I think they ended up having to write his character out or something, but I could see Nicolas Cage showing up in this fucking next one, which I don't like Nicolas Cage.
Which I don't like. It'd be funnier than hell, man. I mean, I still love Face Off.
Oh, I love Face Off. See, I
was sorry to cut you off real quick, but I was talking to somebody about this today. I was like, in Face Off, I never really thought about it, but basically they take their own faces and they swap them with Jon Travolta and Nicolas Cage. But they have two different damn body types. I mean, you don't think your wife can tell what kind of body you have?
Well, I mean, I don't think this debate's not new. I think people have been talking about that.
I didn't even think about it, dude, because I haven't seen that.
You've never thought about that?
No, I haven't, man.
Oh my God, Castor Troy, your dick got all small all of a sudden.
But I mean, Jon Travolta's fat and bloated, and Nicolas Cage was skinny, dude.
Duh, you got to suspend it. You got to suspend your belief of things when you're watching.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in probably 15 years. I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but everybody talks about that. I don't think it's new, but it's ridiculous. That's why the movie's great, because it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so over the top. And that's the only movie I like Nicolas Cage in, I guess, because it works, because the whole thing is like a comic book.
It's a thing he does to his face. He takes his hand and
he's very expressive.
Yeah, he like touches his kid's face, like, and his wife.
Like he rubs down their nose and their lips. It's weird. Hi,
their lip
I'm Jamie. Yeah. the girl does it to the little boy. Like, she first meets the boy he brings home. He adopts Castor Troy's kid at the end. Which, by the way, that's kind of a mind fuck. I'm going to adopt the son of the guy that killed my son, so I can be a constant reminder of what happened to my kid.
I didn't even think of that, dude. It did happen.
Castor Troy killed Jon Travolta's son, and then they kill it. He kills Castor Troy at the end, and he adopts his son. I get it out of compassion because the kid's innocent. It kind of reminds him of his kid, but like, it's still the son of the guy that killed your son.
Wow,
your moral enemy. And another thing too is his son kind of looked like his son. It's also kind of creepy and fucked up. Like, looks like you're replacing your kid with another kid that looks an awful lot like him. And then he comes to the door. He comes to the front door, and he's like, I want you guys to meet somebody. And he shows her to his new sister and mother. And like, there's no hug. There's no lead up to it. All of a sudden, Jamie, the older daughter, she just kneels down. Hi, I'm Jamie, and rubs her fucking hand over his face like they do. And what's your name? It's like, if I met somebody awkward, I'm meeting this new fucking family. First of all, I'm meeting the family of the fucking guy that killed my father, because you got to think of it. You got to think of it that way too. The little boy is now living with the cop that killed his dad.
He's gonna come live with us, yeah.
And then I meet the hot ass fucking daughter. And then she's touching my face out of nowhere. Like, well, this is a weird family. And the daughter's played by the girl from Lolita. I don't know if you ever saw that with Jeremy Irons.
No.
But yeah, it's just a weird movie, but it's so over the top. It works. So anyway, I absolutely loathe Steven Seagal. I know we could say he has a good movie in there too.
Under Siege 2, Under Siege 1. Casey Ryback.
Marked for Death. Marked for Death is the only one.
I don't remember that one, man.
That's the only one I think is good. It's the one where he gets marked for death by the like Haitian voodoo guys. Like this like I don't know. They're kind of a gang, and the bad guy in it. They're like. Yeah. The bad guy is Screwface, and he's got these weird fucked up eyes. And like I said, they're islanders. They're like from Jamaica, or they're from Haiti because they're into voodoo. Screwface!
Oh, is Danny Trejo in that, dude?
I don't remember. I doubt it.
Looks like him, dude.
That was before the era of Danny Trejo being in everything.
No, this is him,
dude. In that movie?
Marked for Death, yeah.
Okay, well, he could be. He could be. But anyway, so like, I hate Steven Seagal and I hate Nicolas Cage, but if I knew for a fact it was down to Nicolas Cage or Steven Seagal being like the bad guy, I would have to vote for Nicolas Cage. Because at least if he could somehow tap into that face-off energy and be just a maniacal, crazy, batshit bad guy and at least give me some entertainment.
Yeah, Seagal's a tub of shit now, dude. I don't want to see
him. He's garbage and his hair looks ridiculous. But
a stylish little pony knob. It's not even real.
But what they need to do is, because when the second or the third one, I think it was when the third one was getting prepped to come out, as I've mentioned before, The Rock was doing like the Tonight Show or something, and I think it was Jay Leno at the time. Jay Leno was asking him, have you thought about have you been approached to do one of these Expendable movies? And he said, I've never been approached, which blew me away. And he sounded surprised too, like they've never even approached me. I don't know if it's because they imagine, The Rock's kind of out of our stratosphere, but he said he would totally be down doing an Expendables movie if and only if he got to be the bad guy. So that's your money right there. I don't see why. Now I get it. It's easier said than done. He probably has a big paycheck and they've only got so much budget, right?
Yeah.
Like, we want him, but who knows if they can afford him. But I don't know. That would be, and bring back Kurt Russell to the.
Yeah, I'd love to see that, man.
Kurt Russell, he was approached to do the original one. And he wasn't interested at the time. He wasn't interested in ensemble acting, but he really wasn't doing any acting. But now he's doing all kinds of acting. He's made a comeback, and now he's in everything. So maybe he'd be up for it now. I don't know. Maybe the Fast franchise is keeping him busy. I don't know. The new wave of action movies, Fast and Furious and Triple X and all that.
What about
garbage.
Sasha Mitchell, dude? He'd be good.
I don't think he'd be good at all. You're crazy.
Why?
Be a cameo, dude. Cody. Yeah, you mentioned
awesome.
Jesse Ventura. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be.
Jesse Ventura would be hilarious. And then
I'm surprised Liam Neeson isn't in there either. I mean, he isn't doing much now, is he?
He was just in a movie that was pretty popular. He's in that new Martin Scorsese movie, Silence.
Huh.
Yeah, but no, I could see Liam Neeson doing him now. I could see him.
Okay, Sean Connery. I mean,
he retired from acting, man. He's old as dirt. He did. He retired. He's not acting in a long time. He's fucking old. But no, Hulk Hogan. See, that would be a fun idea. But Hulk Hogan, dude, he's such a bad fucking actor. And not to mention he's a sleazeball. I just can't stand Hulk Hogan now.
How come Clint Eastwood doesn't make a cameo, dude?
Oh, dude, Clint Eastwood's kind of high caliber, man. He's like a big Oscar director, man.
Still.
I wish he would. That would be awesome. Even if if he did, he'd play like the Harrison Ford role.
Yeah.
He'd be, or the Bruce Willis.
Keanu Reeves, man, you can get him in
No,
there.
no, and it's funny. I was gonna say Keanu Reeves next. I could see them approaching him, and he's affordable. Yeah. He's kind of on that level now, right? And he's got enough action cred, so Point Break and things like that, and I could see that too.
Do we say Danny Trejo?
Oh, yeah, it's come up before, but I'm kind of tired of seeing Danny Trejo personally.
Yeah.
Unless it's Desert Heat 2, I don't want it.
Machete 3, dude. In space.
No.
Those are the worst.
Those movies are horrible. But yeah, I wonder if Arnold's gonna be back. Arnold.
He's in the IMDb.
Is he? Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's too. See, Arnold. I know he's doing The Apprentice now, which, by the way, that show is dog shit. It's horrible. It's not good. I never watched the Donald Trump one, so I guess I can't compare it. Maybe it was always dog shit. But I just know this isn't even good.
Well, he's not the businessman. He was the governor, dude.
It's just it gets old, right?
Yeah.
Every little thing he says is a fucking pun. What's his little egg?
You're terminated. Get to the chopper.
Yeah, you are terminated. Get to the chopper. It's like, all right,
it's awful, dude.
They're trying to make it a catchphrase, but the thing is, it was already a catchphrase for something else.
Should have considered a divorce.
You're not going to make "you're fired." You're not going to make "you're fired" happen because "you're fired" was unique to The Apprentice.
Yeah, and doesn't Trump own the rights to that?
Oh, he's probably. I'm sure he does. It's probably he's just like Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons. Did you know Gene Simmons? From what I heard, I think I heard this out of his mouth. I think I watched something where he was saying it. Gene Simmons copyrighted the term OJ.
OJ.
Yeah, like orange juice, OJ. Because everybody was calling orange juice OJ, and he thought to himself to look into it, and nobody had copyrighted OJ, and he fucking copyrighted it.
Copyrighting shit like that is so stupid.
Well, it's smart, I guess. Ugh. But so now, technically,
how do you know when to collect on that, though? I mean, anytime you see it in a newspaper or anything.
Well, I think I don't know if no, not a newspaper, because you can mention Kiss in an article and you're not going to have to pay. Yeah. But I think if anybody was using the term OJ on a T-shirt, anything to sell anything, if there was OJ, the word OJ on a T-shirt, or if maybe on a TV show somebody was holding some generic thing called he would make money somehow. Huh. But it would have to be on TV or marketed in some way.
I got one. As much as I hate him, Russell Crowe.
I don't hate Russell Crowe.
I do. I can't stand his acting.
I think he's had some good movies.
He stinks. He stinks, man.
Why? I don't think you don't like Gladiator?
No, I don't like Gladiator.
What's the matter with you?
Never liked Gladiator.
Gladiator's incredible. I love it.
It was a total bro movie back in high school. You haven't seen Gladiator? You didn't like Gladiator? Fuck Gladiator.
I could see how you're saying it was a bro. Like everybody.
I love action movies, but that was the only movie anybody ever talked about was Gladiator.
Well, it was a huge fucking movie, man. It was, best picture, best. It was the whole deal. I mean, it was everywhere. But it's a good movie. I mean, it's not something I watch all the time, but it's every few years it's fun to pop in. Well, what don't you like about it? You don't like
everything. It just stinks. I just can't. I never liked it. I never got into it. I don't know why.
You don't like Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Trying to fuck his sister. trying to fuck Lars Ulrich's future wife in that movie.
Oh, was he?
Oh, his sister in that movie, the main chick. Lars Ulrich of Metallica ended up marrying her.
No, I can't stand Joaquin. I don't like him.
I like that movie. It's one of Ridley Scott's better moments. I like Ridley Scott a lot, but he's had just as much shit as he has good movies. But that's every director for you. I think a good director is lucky. I think you're a good director if you have one classic under your belt. Even George Romero. George Romero's got 2 good movies.
Bunch of turds. No, he has more than that.
Okay, so hold on. Yeah, he does. Hold on. Let me count them. I give Night of the Living Dead props.
Yes.
I give props. Dawn of the Dead's his crown jewel.
Yes,
I think he struck lightning, and he caught lightning in a bottle, and he never repeated it. I don't think Day of the Dead is nowhere near Dawn of the Dead.
It's close in my opinion, but Dawn is still king.
I see, and I just don't get it. I think Dawn has so much more charm. The tone of Day of the Dead isn't nearly the
special
characters
effects in Day of the Dead are probably the best.
But the special effects in Day of the Dead, that's the star of the show. That is what that movie brings.
That and the over the top writing and characters. I love that.
I don't think the characters are nearly as good as the Dawn of the Dead characters.
Nah, they're different.
I like the character. I think the characters in Dawn of the Dead are perfect. The setting in Dawn of the Dead is perfect. And you know what? Even if the effects are better in Day of the Dead, I love the cheesy ass effects, the really bright red blood and the blue makeup in Dawn of the Dead. There's something about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Then you have Night Riders, which is decent. Creepshow is great. I love
Creepshow's great. Yeah, Creepshow's great.
Monkey Shines was a turd,
shitty.
I thought.
That's a fucking awful movie.
Evil Eyes, I thought was a turd. The Dark Half, I thought stunk.
Yeah, the Dark Half is not good.
Bruiser, I actually enjoyed Bruiser. It wasn't great, but it was decent. I enjoyed it. Land of the Dead was decent. I enjoyed it. Diary of the Dead was decent. I enjoyed it. Survival was a turd.
And Survival of the Dead got so much fucking backlash that I never even watched it.
It's fucking awful, dude.
I just knew. I was just told many times that it had horse riding zombies.
Crazies was decent. And Martin, is really good. I like Martin a lot.
I watched Martin once, and
Martin, but
I couldn't get into it. It bored me.
Yeah, and I understand. I mean, it's not your cup of tea. But
it reminded me of an American Fulci movie without the style. It was like all the boring stuff.
It does have its slow parts. I'll give you that, but it's probably one of the better vampire movies.
But
yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
But Arnold, back to Arnold though. He's is he gonna make? What happened to Legend of Conan? Is this still coming?
Hope not. I want something better than that.
You don't think it has any chance of being good?
No,
right?
No, I don't want to see that. Let's see. Okay,
and then there's triplets.
4.
Whatever happened to triplets?
I would love to see that because Twins is a masterpiece, dude. I love Twins.
Did you see me, Vincent, with that 2 wheels? I can teach you to do that. Yeah. But I'm saying that. Where's that at? That kind of got announced and just kind of
know, man. That's triplets. Oh yeah, announced. It's still announced. Okay.
With Eddie Murphy and
Eddie Murphy. That's so dumb. Let me put Eddie Murphy in there. Come on, really? I mean, I know it's supposed to tongue in cheek. Well, and I know that Arnold and Danny DeVito look nothing alike, but just dumb.
Now they have to have the black guy.
It's just dumb though.
I don't even think. When in the first in Twins, when they showed the past tense footage of Mariam Marianne or whatever her name was, the mom, and she was like the mother and they had all the athletes and all the people making the sperm milkshake. They showed in the picture they took. I don't think there's a black guy in that picture. So I'm already sensing plot holes.
Yeah.
But
not.
All I know is they better make this before Danny DeVito dies. These guys aren't young. Danny DeVito's not young.
They're really
Danny DeVito's fucking hilarious. I mean, he would be great in it. Still. Yeah. And Arnold, I don't know if the thing is Arnold was never a good actor, but the thing is I liked Arnold's old acting. It was bad, but he just doesn't act the same anymore. Like, are you convinced that the modern Arnolds could act like Jules from Twins anymore?
No, because I always thought, like, when he became governor of California, like, I thought he would be the Arnold from the movies, like, acting-wise. But he wasn't as funny. Ever since he became a politician, he's just not funny anymore, really.
No, I mean, I can't imagine the Arnold we know today from The Last Stand and all these movies being Jules again. Did you see me? Really excited, like excited and just. And
even in the Expendables, he wasn't very funny. I mean, just to hear his voice is funny.
His acting is weird now.
Yeah,
it's even worse. His acting regressed.
No, I agree. Yeah. I didn't see Maggie. You said, was he good in that, or?
He was good in Maggie, but Maggie sucked.
Yeah. Okay.
He was good in it. Mm-hmm. He actually did the drama well, but it was super dry, and the movie just wasn't good. I just don't think it really went anywhere.
You saw Sabotage. I never saw that. But.
Yeah, the thing is once again, serious. He's very serious in Sabotage.
Yeah.
The thing about Sabotage and David Ayer, the guy who directed Sabotage and End of Watch, and I really think he's a one-trick pony because he kind of cut his teeth and he came out with End of Watch and everybody loved it, right? Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's what put him on the map. And then he made Sabotage, which I like Sabotage, but man, that movie's got some fucking problems. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's all over the place. You fucking ask yourself the whole time you're watching it, what the fuck's going on? Like, and it's not like in a good way. Like, it's throwing you. It's a messy movie, and there's all sorts of editing. It's got some of the worst editing I've ever seen because they'll do like flashbacks, and there's nothing to acknowledge that you're now watching a scene from the past. It just, the editing is all over the place, and there's no indicators. Like, even if they would have if the editing was as shitty as it would have been everything in the world if they just would have made the past tense scenes black and white. Something at least show you that they're jumping around like fucking crazy, but they don't. But if you can get around all that, you'll never predict it because it's all over the fucking place. Because it's flawed, but it's still enjoyable.
Speaking of Ayer, did you see Fury?
See, I didn't see Fury,
and I know good, man. Some people are saying
I know good. I know a lot of people like Fury.
Yeah.
But like, to me, when I think of Fury, I think of, you mean that last movie that kind of came out after Shia LaBeouf was kind of fucking a loser, but he had this last movie. He was in
this, dude, Fury.
I know he was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't. Yes. That guy's a fucking loser, dude.
I'm saying I always think of Fury because Shia LaBeouf's star, it's like somewhere between Shia LaBeouf's last movie and him being notable and Fury. Mm-hmm. He dropped off the map and became this crazy loser, but then Fury was already in the can, and then Fury comes out and Shia LaBeouf's in it. It's like, and then you're like, what the fuck?
He will not divide us. Now he got arrested or whatever.
I sent you that video. I'm like, he sounds like a cult leader, dude.
Did you see the women with him, dude? Yeah, it's like the Manson cult, dude.
Yeah, it's funny. He will not divide us. They're like monotone.
Yeah.
Monotone and just free Shia. It's creepy, man. It's absolutely creepy.
Hey, did you see Suicide Squad? He directed that too. I never.
That's what I was going to get into Suicide Squad too, because that movie looks like a pile of shit.
Yeah, well, Jared Leto looks like the worst fucking Joker ever. Everybody was saying how good he was going to be, but
no, he was horrible.
I mean, he's shit in general and everything. Well, no, he was I take that back. He was good in one thing.
American History, not American History X, American Psycho.
Oh, a couple of things. No, American's he was good in that. And then he was also good in that Dallas Buyers Club where he plays like the tranny.
I never saw it. I'm not gonna watch that shitty Oscar bait.
McConaughey.
I'm not gonna watch that shitty Oscar bait.
It was the AIDS movie or whatever.
I'm not gonna watch that shitty Oscar bait.
He was actually pretty good in that.
But it's just a shitty Oscar baiting.
No,
movie.
it definitely was. But I'm a huge McConaughey fan, so I had to watch it.
No actor like McConaughey or anything else is gonna lose like 150 pounds to not win an Oscar.
I love McConaughey, dude. He's so cool. I'd love to hang out with McConaughey.
You'd like to juggle his nuts.
Shut up.
you like for his Stetson cologne to rub off on you.
I love his Stetson cologne, man. I spray that all over my body.
You want his Stetson cologne to rub off on your dick.
Oh man.
And that's actually a throwback to when we first started doing this podcast. I think it was our first episode.
I think it was the first couple. I'd hate to go back and actually listen to those. I'm sure those sound like total crap.
But we've been doing this now for 6-7 years, and it was like in our first couple of episodes, you made the cover of the episode the Stetson ad, because I was talking about how my grandmother got me Stetson cologne like every year for 5 years straight, and Matthew McConaughey was on the front of it. He was the spokesperson for Stetson, and he'd be leaning on a country fence with tight cowboy jeans and cowboy hat, and he was looking off into the sunset, and it smelled like ass.
It does. All those Walmart colognes smell like ass, dude. It's like the Michael Jordan cologne. It smells like sweaty nutsack, dude.
Adidas cologne.
Yeah.
I'm just the only modest level cologne, not super expensive, not like fucking the Walmart off-brand $8 cologne either. But I think the Nautica cologne smells good for what it is. You buy that for $15, $20.
I like I get the I go all out and spend the $40 on the Hugo Boss. That's my favorite. But I never understood when you buy the expensive shit at Walmart or Gordman's, it doesn't last as long as if you would buy it in a department store. It seems like it's a cheaper version of, I don't know if that's true or not, but
you go to, I don't know about that, but you go to Walmart and they'll sell, the
knockoff brands. That's
they'll have the Aqua di Gio, they'll have the Calvin Klein, they'll have all that stuff for the Pleasures, they'll have all that stuff up top. But then right below each bottle, they'll have the Walmart knockoff version.
Yeah,
underneath,
just in a green bottle. Yeah.
And I think Aqua di Gio, that's a good smelling cologne. But right below it, the knockoff is just called Gio. and it's funny because the Aqua di Gio, it's going to cost you $30-$40, and you're going to get a 1 to 3 ounce, thing. Those little things they come in. They're not big. Or you could pay $8 and get the 16 ounce fucking half gallon fucking jug. And the thing is I've cheaped out and I've gotten the off-brand stuff, but it literally is like they took a fraction of the bottle of the real stuff, poured it in this gallon jug, and then diluted it with water. I
bought a knockoff Hugo Boss because I thought it would be cheaper and everything. You have to spray probably 30 to 40 times. And then even then,
it fades away
hour
in 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes to an hour, it's gone, dude.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And no one is to blame.
Even if you spray it directly on your skin, dude. That's what I never understood.
What do we expect? It's like we pay $8 for you're paying
for what you get.
You're paying a fifth of the price for 5 times more. More than 5 times more,
and you use 5 times more. You do 1 squirt of the expensive shit and it lasts all day.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess Stetson they roped in Matthew McConaughey for an advert deal. But yeah, it's garbage, and that was on one of our first couple of episodes that I talked about that. And I should have kept it. I should have kept it as a memento. And kept my bottle of Stetson in my closet with the cover.
One of these Christmases, you might get a bottle of Stetson for.
I need to get. I want the Trump cologne. Is it called Success?
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I wanted to buy a bottle of that. He has 3 different colognes, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Success.
I think they sell that at Walmart, dude.
Is this new one going to be called Commander in Chief? like president.
Yeah, Trump success. Yeah, you can buy it. It's like $25.
That's funny. I can't believe David Hasselhoff's perfume in Cologne was actually a hit.
Hasselhoff's, dude? Oh, here's another Trump one. Empire. Trump Empire.
That's funny, man. I think instead of, but I mean, success is funnier, man, because you want to smell like success. You gotta spritz Trump's piss all over you.
The one that looks like a tower, dude, like a golden tower. It's Donald Trump, the fragrance.
Yeah, why doesn't he just call it Trump, dude?
Yeah,
Trump, Trump de Toilette. You know.
Is this Trump's success? Is this a picture of his wife, dude, or something? I don't know. That's funny, dude.
Yeah, it's funny. If you were famous for whatever, and because obviously they just get them to sponsor it. Somebody comes up with a fragrance, they say, "Hey, whatever celebrity you are, can we put your name behind this?" And they pay him money. That's it.
Oh yeah, I think like Justin Bieber has a cologne. Yeah, here we go. There's a Bieb cologne, dude. Someday, Bieber. Yeah, he. Everybody has a fucking cologne, man. The Key. Yeah. Justin Bieber, The Key.
The Key. The key. The key to what? The key to your true sexuality. It's like spray this, and then all will be revealed.
Justin Bieber has his own nail polish, dude.
One spritz on your asshole, and you'll never be questioning again.
Dude, if I was, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be coming out with my own nail polish and my own.
What would your fragrance be called? The River?
No.
The River.
I don't know. Blue Waffle?
Oh, gross.
I don't know, dude. What would yours be?
Goose. I don't know. Goose by Aaron. I don't know, man. Period blood.
God, dude.
I'll call it Period Blood de Toilette.
It just sprays out red, dude. Yeah.
Period Blood by Aaron.
Rub it into your skin.
But that's funny, man. We've kind of went into fragrances and Trumps and McConaughey.
Sorry, I'm telling my dog's licking my arm, dude. Just going to town on my arm.
He must be wearing Stetson, folks.
Yes.
A good commercial. Your dogs won't be able to get the paws off of you. Sounds like a Trump thing. Dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as movie wise and all that stuff, we were talking about David Ayer, for crying out loud. I don't know. I think I never even saw End of Watch, but that just seems like
it's good.
Only movie.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. You should watch Sabotage. It's definitely got a lot of problems.
I think it might be on Netflix still, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It was on there for the longest time. Yeah. You should watch it. I want to know your 2 cents on it because it has a lot of problems. Yeah. It's fucked up, and it's got just a lot of technical issues, but it's still kind of fun, and the action's okay, and I do like Arnold's serious tone and his character in it, and I like Joe Montoliano who's in it, and it's got fucking Sam Worthington. He's horrible, man. He's so horrible.
I want to. Speaking of Arnold, I'm looking on his IMDb, and he directed a episode of Tales from the Crypt, dude.
Oh yeah,
I want to see the Switch, dude. I want to see that.
He used to produce it as well.
It was in season 2, but I'm surprised he hasn't really went into like actually directing and going to that side of the film. But
well, that's what all actors do. They want to direct because directing's fucking easy.
Well, now he's getting older. I mean, he's only directed his 2 things: that TV movie and then this.
Dude, maybe he'll be the next Mel Gibson when he switches over to directing.
Yeah,
he'll be like this next Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood. There you go.
Yeah. Speaking of Mel Gibson, that's a good segue because I wanted to talk about Mel Gibson. I think he's finally kind of making a comeback. He came out with his God, what was that? Why can't I think of it? The war movie with Andrew Garfield. Why can't I spit it out?
Oh, are you talking Hacksaw Ridge?
Hacksaw Ridge.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Did you go to the movies?
I went to the movies. I went with my brother and saw it. And that was the first time I've been to a movie in a year, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really wanted to see it, and I didn't get a chance to. But I will.
It's not just straight war. I mean, half of it's a love story, and the other half's a war movie. But I really enjoyed it. I think he's a fucking great director, man.
Yeah, he's
a great actor too.
Anyway, so yeah, it got rave reviews, and I really want to see it. And I support Mel Gibson. You know, I think people should just move on and let the guy's talent blossom again. So, but anyway, so it was critically, it did it for the critics, and now, it got nominated for all the major Golden Globes. I don't think it won any, but. No. But it's nominated for all the major stuff at the Oscars. Mel Gibson's got Best Director. It's got Best Picture. Andrew Garfield's got Best Actor. So it's like, if they give it to Mel, first of all, nominated is already a pretty good sign. Like, hey, but if he can win the Best Director, he's officially out of the weeds and he's back.
He won't win Best Picture.
La La Land's gonna get it all.
Yeah,
we are with that shitty movie that looks fucking stupid. I don't know why everybody likes Ryan Gosling. I can't fucking stand him.
I like Gosling. I always liked Gosling. I'm not in love with Gosling, but I do like him.
I mean,
I hate Emma Stone.
I can't stand Emma Stone.
I think she's fucking butt ugly, dude. I don't understand.
She looks like Beavis.
Yes.
She's got an underbite. She's got an underbite, lockjaw looking, underbite, and she's got that annoying, like very very slight lisp.
Yeah,
it's very very slight, but it's there, and I can't.
Everybody loves her. I don't understand that.
I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
I don't. She's from here. She's from Scottsdale. Went to high school here. She grew up here. Family here.
That was Andrew Garfield that starred in Hacksaw Ridge. He's great, dude.
Yeah, it was Andrew Garfield. He was in Spider-Man.
I thought he was fantastic. I forgot he was in Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
And I thought those movies were total garbage.
Yeah, and he dated Emma Stone.
Really?
Yeah, because they were both in Spider-Man, then they dated for a few years.
I knew he looked familiar, man. And he was in Social Network too.
He was the partner of Jesse Eisenberg that he fucked over.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I really liked him.
Which I haven't seen the Social Network in a long time, and
that's a good movie. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Even though I don't like Jesse Eisenberg.
No, I fucking can't stand that guy. What's this? Oh, never mind. That was Arrival. I haven't seen that.
It won't. La La Land's gonna clean it up. You already know it. You already know. Everybody's talking about La La Land. It's got all the Oscars. It's nominated for the most Oscars out of any movie. I think it's tied for the record in history or something.
I want to see. I'm gonna look up the Best Picture nominees real quick to see.
They nominate too many, by the way. Now, like 10. So it's like we got to give the 10 most popular movies so we can get. All the ad revenue. We want to please everybody and get all the big movies in there so people will watch.
Is this the Best Picture nominees? Fences. Never heard of it.
Denzel.
Arrival. Yeah, I heard of that, but...
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't like Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, and these actors don't do anything for me.
Yeah, Renner is overrated. Everybody loved him for the short time.
And then your boy Forrest Whitaker's in Arrival too.
Ugh. God. Lazy Eye. Hacksaw Ridge, which was good, but I don't think it was Best Picture worthy. Hell or High Water, I thought was good.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, I rented that. I thought it was good, but it wasn't great. It was okay. I thought it was a little overrated, in my opinion. But Hidden Figures, never heard of it.
That's about women that go to space.
No, thank you. I won't watch it. Yeah. La La Land. No, thank you. Lion, never heard of it.
It'll go to La La Land, which looks like a really shitty musical, and everybody wants to shut the fuck up about it, and I have no desire to see it. I have no desire to see a really shitty musical.
Manchester by the Sea.
Everybody's talking. My prediction is that Casey Affleck will get the best actor.
I like Casey Affleck. I know you probably hate him, but I
don't hate him.
I've always liked him.
I don't hate him. I think he's a weird.
I think
his acting is weird.
He's way better than his brother, dude.
His acting is so interesting. Like he kind of plays the same awkward character in every movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's better. He's a lot better than Ben. This Manchester by the Sea, though, I have no desire of seeing. I heard it was just a depressing fucking dolt movie, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard it was really, really depressing. But, he won the Golden Globe for Best Actor, so he probably will win the Oscar.
Yeah.
I think La La Land's going to take everything else. I think Affleck will get the Best Actor. La La Land will get Best Picture. The thing is, I don't think Emma Stone's going to get the Best Actress. They're going to give it to Meryl Streep because Meryl Streep is nominated again, and Meryl Streep wins just about every fucking time she's nominated.
Nominated for what? I mean, what was she in?
She's always nominated, and she always wins for these shitty movies no one ever sees or hears about.
Yeah,
seriously,
she's overrated.
Like it's absolutely ridiculous. So I mean, I guess there's a chance Emma Stone might take it, but I don't
even think she's good enough. I mean, honestly,
no, fuck no. Meryl Streep though, maybe that whole thing she did at the Golden Globes was good PR for her to win the Oscar, right? Because it put her in the news, and now she's like everybody's hero. So maybe that'll, like I said, increase her chances of them giving the Oscars to her. Because why? She'll get up on stage again, right? Yeah. And everybody want to hear her talk. So I think it was a bunch of marketing shit. But you know what? They'll bite into it, and they want ratings. They'll give it to Meryl Streep because Meryl Streep's like the Undertaker of Hollywood, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Undertaker. He won every WrestleMania for like fucking 20 years because he held the record. They kept letting him win. Because it was just tradition. She's the Undertaker. She's almost dead like the Undertaker.
She looks like the fucking Undertaker.
She looks like the zombie. She looks like the fucking corpse. The Undertaker. Undertaker needs to take her, dude. He needs to. The Undertaker needs to she needs to do a guest spot on WWE and promote her next movie. Maybe somebody will see it, and then Undertaker needs to rip from the bottom of the fucking ring, dude, and pull him under like he does.
Casket match, dude. Maybe Paul Bearer will come back for that.
Oh, he puts it in the casket. Yeah. You ever seen the Undertaker do that though? He rips from underneath the ring.
Oh yeah. He rips the ring
and drags him into hell. Yeah. Which he just drags him under the ring.
See like smoke coming up a little bit, dude.
And they're like clawing. No, like scratch the floor. He's dragging him in, dude.
Last Best Picture nominee was Moonlight. I've never heard of that, but
Moonlight. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it. This Oscars is interesting because a lot of the movies getting all the praise are African American movies, which is fine.
They had that big backlash last year with the black.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if it's just a response to that. Like, hey, we need to. Because Fences is a black movie. What's that movie I told you with the astronauts? What was the
Hidden Figures?
Hidden Figures is a black movie. Okay. And then Moonlight is a black movie.
Yeah, because they had like that hashtag going around, like Oscars too white or something like that. Or I don't know.
It was a big deal. So now, literally, half of the best movie category, half of the best actor category. Look at the Best Actress category. I bet you half of them are African American, right? So they're really Denzel Washington has got another Oscar nom. The chick from Hidden Fences has an Oscar nom, Best Actress. Who knows? It might be. I think Casey Affleck will get it, but who knows? They might give it to someone like Denzel again, even though he's won 2.
God, he is so overrated. I think.
I think Denzel is good if he's got a good fucking script, but I think he just phones it in now. He just does all these fucking. You give him a good script, and when he's been good and he's been popular, he's been good.
I used to like him back in like the '90s, and ever since then, I never thought he was that great.
Oh, you liked him in The Preacher's Wife? That was peak for you?
No, it was like Crimson Tide and some of those other ones.
Yeah.
God, these.
I saw him in.
Stink.
I watched the remake of Magnificent Seven. What a piece of crap!
I wouldn't. Why would you watch that? It looks like total dog shit, dude.
I wanted something to watch.
Did
man.
you go out? Did you?
Redbox.
Oh, Redbox.
No, I picked.
I
it up
thought
at
you went
Redbox.
out to the theater and spent $8.
No, spontaneously coming out of the grocery store.
Oh, I understand.
Spontaneously, it's like, oh, I got that, and I got the Mechanic 2 because I wanted something new to watch. Mechanic 2 was fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Dude, first of all, that movie, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's not the Mechanic.
Yeah.
It's like they literally took a generic Jason Statham movie and slapped the Mechanic on it to call it a sequel. I mean, because the setting is different. It's like tropical. It's not even dark and grimy in the streets of New York or where the fuck they were. It's like palm trees, bright and sunny, just different, like over the top action. Jessica Alba. It's like this is not the Mechanic at all. Yeah, and Tommy Lee Jones of all fucking people.
He was in that, dude. I love.
He's
Tommy
a bad
Lee
guy.
Jones.
But
he was bad in it, or what? He sucked.
Bad guy. Yeah, he was the bad guy.
Was he?
He was the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing, though. I'd be willing to give Mechanic 2 another chance, unlike the other movie. Because I watched Magnificent 7 first, and that movie sucked, dude. It was pointless. It was boring. It was nothing. And after I watched that, then I decided to put in Mechanic 2, but I think that movie turned me off so much that Mechanic 2, I honestly tuned out. I was not paying attention. I just wasn't invested in it.
Sounded like a bad night, dude, movie watching.
It was. But like I said, I'd be willing, because I can admit that I don't even remember the Mechanic 2. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the plot was. I don't know. So I probably need to watch it again.
They got a 63 on Rotten Tomatoes, dude.
What did?
The Magnificent 7, dude.
Oh, it's better than it
just looks like dog shit, dude.
Better than it deserves, man.
And I love Westerns, dude. It just...
Well, that's why I wanted to see it, man. I love Westerns, and it's like I wish they'd make a comeback, but it seems like they're just cancer. I mean, it seems like every 10 years or so somebody tries to make a Western and make it cool, and
I keep putting off Ty West's new Western. That's in Redbox.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was out.
Yeah, it's Jon Travolta was in it, I think.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, well, but I love Jon Travolta because he's so bad. But it's called In the Valley of Violence. It has Ethan Hawke and Jon Travolta, dude.
Oh, that's a winning team.
Yeah, I know, dude. But I mean, I'd rent it for $1. I mean,
I tell you what, you should watch. Did you ever watch Killing Season with Jon Travolta and De Niro?
No, but I've seen the cover. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And you know what? You see that on Netflix all the time. And you know what?
He has his dumb brown hat on or whatever. Yeah, black.
Yeah, and that weird fake ass beard.
Yeah.
To match his fake ass hair. But you see it, and you know you're quick to write it off as what it is. It's another straight to DVD movie with two straight to DVD actors now, Travolta and De Niro, and it's like, wow, it just looks like dog shit. One day, I took a chance on it, and the movie was fucking good.
Really?
It was. Yeah, you should watch it. It's not a formula that hasn't been done before, but it's kind of unique. Basically, they're hunting each other in the woods. They're hunting each other. Mm-hmm. And it's violent as shit. It's really violent. And it's kind of amusing to watch these old-ass actors, De Niro's older and shit, them fucking, like, getting arrows through the fucking legs and shit and pulling, you know. It's just – it's a good movie. And it's definitely an indie movie, and it's definitely very contained. Basically, most of the movie is just those two, you know, which makes it entertaining.
Oh, it's the same director that did Daredevil, dude.
Oh, he did that?
Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Oh, he did Killing Season?
Yeah.
Oh, well, take it at face value, man. It's fun. But it's very contained, and they're entertaining, though. So, like, they're the only two people, for the most part, in most of the movie, and they're entertaining. They hold the movie up themselves. Robert De Niro's very serious, like he should be, and Travolta's very wacky, which is as he should be. And it's good, man. I recommend it. It's probably still on Netflix.
I still want to see that Lineman movie John Travolta made. You know, where he plays like he's got to save
where he's the fucking like power line guy.
Yeah.
God, that looks like a piece of shit. He's working the fucking.
He's got to
power
save the
line.
grid, dude, or something.
He's working the transformers.
Yeah. There's like a big storm coming.
Like, that's the big threat in this movie. They're gonna lose the power.
Life on the line, dude. Oh God.
Is that what it's called? Life on the line.
Yeah, a movie about a lineman. Oh God. Like, people really give a fuck about, a power guy.
Look, when you have movies about people with careers like that, they have to be comedies.
Yeah.
They have to be, because like it's like Men at Work, right? They're about they're garbage men, and it's a comedy, and it works so well. If you were to make a serious drama about garbage men, it don't work.
Kate Bosworth's in it though. She's pretty hot.
Great, good for her. She was in fucking Life on the Line.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Life on the line.
I know. Good for her. She was in Life on the Line with Jon Travolta as the lineman who put everything fucking out there to save the power. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Sounds like a shitty movie to me, but I don't know. We've kind of spent the last hour and 20 minutes.
Real quick. Okay.
What?
Speaking of shitty movies, I watched the biggest pile of crap the other night.
What?
It was, God, what was that one? It was Daddy's Home on Netflix. My God, that was unbearable, man. There wasn't one funny part in that whole movie. So
you're gonna hate me.
What?
You're gonna hate me.
What?
You're gonna hate me. Okay, so I watched that movie on an airplane coming home from when I was visiting Missouri a couple months ago. And I totally knew what it was going to be, right? You see a movie like Daddy's Home, starring Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, you know what kind of movie it's going to be. You know exactly how it's going to play out.
Step Brothers, dude.
Yeah, you know the kind of jokes. So with that said, I didn't mind it. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it was like I turned my mind off for 90 minutes, and it did the trick.
No,
there was a couple.
Will Ferrell wasn't redeeming at all. He didn't do anything funny the whole goddamn time.
He's not funny. He's not funny.
And Mark Wahlberg played. Would he play the sexy ex-husband? It's like
you guys pause all movie.
Stupid, dude. He is crap.
But like Hannibal Buress was kind of funny, right? These side people. And then at the end of the movie, John Cena.
Yeah, for 2 seconds. That was the best.
I thought that was funny. Just John Cena showing up is fucking laughable. I don't know why.
He's like, nope. He just walks right by him. It's just so dumb, dude.
Watch John Cena be in the Expendables 4.
Cool. Have him in there. God. I can't believe you liked that movie, dude. That movie is fucking
I didn't say
awful.
I liked it. I'm saying it's exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I decided to turn it on because when I was on a flight, I didn't want to invest in a big drama, right? You got all these movies to choose from. I didn't want to invest in a – here's the thing. When you're on a flight, you're limited on what you can watch because –
I'd rather watch Jon Travolta in Old Dogs, dude, than watch that pile of shit.
I have seen Old Dogs. I watched that on a flight as well.
It is crap, but it's still better than that, dude.
I watched Old Dogs on a flight as well.
See, that's the only. He has that funny part with Seth Green, where the monkey has Seth Green, and he's like cradling him, and he's crying in his arms, dude. It's so funny.
See, I'm seeing a theme here and a pattern. The only times that I'll ever break down and watch shitty movies that I would never watch elsewhere is on a plane. Because
I watch these at home with my wife because she likes to watch them.
When you're on a plane, that's the demographic, though. Like, they're not film snobs like me and you, right? It's kind of casual folks, casual viewers. But no, see, like when you're on a plane, sometimes you only have so long in the air. Yeah. So it's like, well, I don't want to start because I want to watch Miracle with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
But that movie's like 2.5 hours. I'm like, shit, I won't be able to finish it. That's the worst feeling in the world. Getting through a movie and it turns off and you got because you land in like the last half hour. That's horrible. So I'm like, I have to watch something that's like I have time to watch and something I don't have to like invest in. And I wouldn't even care if I didn't finish Daddy's Home that much, right? And Old Dogs was another thing too. I saw that coming home from Russia, and it's same thing, man. It's like, well, I've only got, I probably wanted to watch a movie in the last, hour and a half of my flight, and it's like, okay, Old Dogs. And when they get the fucking Botox, dude, and his face looks all like the Joker.
Yeah. There's a few funny parts. It's a garbage movie, but there's a few funny parts in there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It's no Wild Hogs.
No, Wild Hogs is classic, dude. I love Wild Hogs.
I wouldn't say it's classic, but it's funny.
It's great, dude. We watch that all the time, dude.
It's a funny movie.
Oh, daddy.
One case of pure jealousy. Oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy.
I love John C. McGinley, dude.
He's so funny, dude. Oh, my God.
He's hilarious. I wish he would get more roles, man.
Yeah.
I wish he would add post Scrubs. Oh, daddy.
That's sick, dude.
I love it's such a grandmother humor movie.
It is, dude.
But it's so funny. That doesn't mean it's bad. Like the jokes are some of the jokes are bad, but they're so like William H. Macy in the Apple William H. Macy in that movie, all his humor is like
he's
old man.
Yeah, but he's funny. I mean, Tim Allen was funny in it.
Yeah, Tim Allen. Yeah, I like Tim Allen. Yeah, and Ray Liotta. Fucking Ray Liotta.
God, he's funny, dude. I loved him in that. That was
the whole move, that Extreme Home Makeover for their partner. I love it, dude. He's like, a year supply of free beer.
He's
and then
crying, dude.
One guy's like, woo! And he faints, dude. He faints.
Oh, man.
It's ridiculous. Or I think he fainted when he said the entire parking lot was going to be like leather.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but the movie's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny though. But isn't it funny though how like Tim Allen's kind of more or less the straight man in that one?
Yeah, I actually like Tim Allen a lot. I think he's pretty solid. I mean, you know what? I shit on Old Dogs, but the only good thing about Old Dogs is that it's a Disney movie. And those kind of Disney movies are good. I like when they come out with those movies just because they're, I mean, they're good like popcorn flicks. But that one that I watched was pure crap, dude.
Oh, Daddy's Home?
Daddy's Home. Ugh. Like, because I was thinking it was... And then I didn't notice until after the film that it was like a PG movie or something. I thought it was like a Step Brothers type of movie.
Oh, it's PG-13.
I don't know, but I didn't know... It
wasn't R. There was...
I didn't know it was a kid's movie, dude.
It wasn't a kid's movie. It was PG-13.
Yeah, it was pretty much a kid's movie, dude.
That was PG-13. But, yeah, I don't know. We haven't talked on a podcast and just kind of riffed in such a long time. We're just kind of going through everything. We're just kind of talking about everything we've seen lately. We've literally jumped around from modern movies to fucking Killing Season.
That's all right. You forgot to throw in the Unsolved Mysteries that I've been watching, too.
Yeah. I mean, are we doing an old school podcast where we talk for 2 hours, or what's going on here?
Yeah, we'll give it, 15 more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. So
yeah, so this is going to be a long one. It's kind of old school. Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries. That's what we've been watching lately. They recently added that to Amazon Prime. And now, here's the thing. Did they only add the first season?
Yeah, so far they did. Only
because I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, you're already out? Jeez, man, you flew through that.
I flew through them. I ran out yesterday.
Oh.
And I was sad, man. I'm like, oh, shit, I should have spaced this out more because I didn't realize only the first. Who does that? Why don't they put the whole thing?
Well, I was looking on Facebook, and they had, they made their own Facebook page, and they, signed a petition to get it back on the air.
Well, it did a lot of good.
I guess it was a big movement, and it's been in the process for the past year or two to get it back on the air, and they finally got the first season on the air. So,
well, I mean, they need to actually revive the show.
Yeah,
because
the Robert Stack ones they do. I mean, the other ones are crap.
But I know the Dennis Farina ones, but the show itself did a lot of good, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people watched it because it wasn't the news; it was still entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they made it scary, they made it thrilling. So people actually watched it, and then you know what? They uncovered how many long unsolved mysteries because of viewers that would turn people in and call the hotline. Tons.
Oh yeah, I mean they have updates all the time on those things.
Yeah, they updated them recently, recent, and it's great. But it's a great show. And it's weird because obviously it's good when they solve them and people get resolution.
Dude, it still creeps me out, dude. I've been watching in bed, Like, I usually either watch it on my iPad or my phone or something because I don't have a computer in my room. And I put my headphones in, and I'm always like, even if they're not ghost episodes, like, I'm always looking to, like, on my nightstand for my like the closest knife I have, or my my shotgun by my bed or something.
To me, the scarier episodes are not the ghost ones. The episodes about the unsolved murders and creepy things happening about real people, they're scary because those people are really still out there.
Well, the ghosties are freaked me out when I was a kid. Now it's the total opposite. So yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about the Queen Mary ghost getting you in your house.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
The Queen Mary or an alcohol. See, but the thing is like, but the fact that these people that committed these unsolved mystery crimes, they're still out there. Mm. And they literally, whenever they do solve the mysteries and they have an update, they find these people in totally random parts of the world and country. They've gone off the grid. So literally, the thought that somebody that did a heinous crime could be your next door neighbor and you not know.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, and that's how they're uncovered, right? Somebody's watching the show and they're like, I know that guy. He lives he lives down the street from me.
Yep.
You know, and he goes under a different name, and that's creepy. That's creepy. And I love it's of course great when the cases get resolution. It's good for the families. It's good for justice. But at the same time, it's also kind of more entertaining when there's no when they don't catch them.
Yeah, no, I agree because it makes it that much more creepy.
It's scary. You know, obviously you get resolution, but you know it's not scary anymore when they're off the streets.
When I was a kid, I always wanted the updates.
And it's scary because it's scary when you don't know anything. But you know when they caught the guy, it's like, oh, it's not scary. He's caught. There he is. I see what he looks like. You know, but you not knowing, that's creepy.
Well, and a lot of the times, like, kind of like what I did a few days ago, like, I look up the story afterwards to see if there's any, like, progress from, like, 20, 30 years ago when the story first aired. And, like, that one episode I saw where D.B. Cooper, like, jumped out of the plane, and then they ended up finding out the guy worked for Boeing. Like, just shit like that. Like, it's fascinating.
That was that, yeah, and that's in the news now. So they have a lead. No, they don't. I don't think they made it official that they did.
They looked on his tie. They found residue on his tie.
They found residue on the tie of the residue that was like with materials that were more governmental and Boeing. Yeah. They put it together that this guy knew his shit. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm guessing he was on a Boeing. I'm guessing that was the plane. Yeah. So they have a major lead. Now they can maybe find him. They can just look through their records, find whoever fell off the grid. I mean, they'll probably catch him now.
Well, if he's still alive, though. I mean,
I don't know if they'll catch him because now all they'll just, if anything, they'll just pretty much know who he is. Yeah. But then they have to find him. He'll be going under a different alias.
It's been like 30 years now, so
yeah, he's gonna look completely different.
Yeah.
You know, good luck catching somebody that's 30 years older. Because, like, even if, like, you could recognize that person, when you're 30 years older, you can hide yourself better, man. Yep. Grow your facial hair, grow your hair long, and your hair's gray. No one's going to recognize you.
No.
That guy got away with the greatest fucking plane heist of ever.
My God, yeah.
And that's totally, like, executive decision, man. Air Force One fucking movie shit.
You're scared to death. You're jumping out of a plane in the middle of the night with one parachute that didn't work. I mean,
that's funny. That's hilarious. They gave him 4 parachutes, and now I can't remember. They were scared that he requested 4 parachutes because he was going to take hostages even afterwards. Like what did he want 4 parachutes for? Did he take any hostages?
No, he didn't end up taking any hostages, but they thought he might.
So why did he ask for 4 parachutes?
I have no idea. They never really got into that.
Maybe he wanted to, like, make sure he got one that worked, and maybe he knew his shit about parachutes too.
Yeah, he probably knew.
He's like, give me 4 of them just in case.
Either that, you want to strap the money to it so it landed safely.
Yeah, that's a good call, dude. You'd fucking get away from that shit. Like, you'd be floating down your parachute, and you see your money floating away. Like, come back.
Yeah.
So, like, my question is, how did he jumped out of the plane. They weren't able to track him because it was night.
No, they couldn't find him. And then, I think they were on the coast, or not the coast. They were in between Washington and Oregon, Washington State. And they ended up finding the money, some of the money, I think, burnt up, but they never ended up finding anything else.
That's great. I mean, the guy obviously thought that plan out really well.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got hurt, so it's like the way I feel about that is, can you imagine like if you did something illegal like that, like not hurt anybody, nothing malicious, but you pulled off a heist like that? Wouldn't that be the biggest fucking rush of your life, and you pulled it off?
Oh God, I'd probably shit my pants. I could.
You'd be scared. You'd be scared your whole life, right?
Yeah.
It depends. If you're an adrenaline junkie, you'd thrive off of it. But if not, you'd be like worried and paranoid your whole life.
Absolutely.
But how could you live a peaceful life? Like you're always thinking someone's gonna be around the corner to nab you.
Yeah, I really couldn't.
Because like you literally have to live your life, try and live it as normal as possible, going under whatever alias you got to go, change your identity. But like I said, maybe some people kind of thrive on that. Like it's the excitement. Because I can see how that would be exciting. Like if you had to like change your name and move to like a another country. And do that whole thing. It'd kind of be exciting.
Leaving the country would be different. I understand that'd be a little more exciting, but
leaving the country under a different alias, though, you think? But there of course would be those days where you just wish you could relax. Like, all right, I just want to turn off. But all right, can I just But I don't know. I think there's just thrill seekers out there. Because how much money did he take?
I think it was only $200,000.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying, $200,000. This guy worked for Boeing, and he only took $200,000. You'd think a guy like that. I mean, back in those days, I don't know. I know it's inflated and whatever, but like we're talking about probably 2 to 4 times his salary.
Yeah.
Why would he take? He's a thrill seeker.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love to interview a guy like that?
Probably.
Love to talk.
Yeah. I mean, especially now. I mean, if he's still alive, I mean, I want to know what happened. How he got away, how he got the money. Where he did.
Did they ever make him? They had to have base moved.
They said in the Unsolved Mysteries that he never spent the money, because they photographed every bill.
Yeah, they marked them all,
and they said it was never spent in the public or.
Well, he probably laundered it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what that does.
But then they said that they found some on the beach, partially burnt, which maybe he was burning some to keep warm or something. I don't know. But
did you watch the Alcatraz episode?
I haven't got that far now,
That's a cool episode about these three people that actually escaped from Alcatraz, and they never found their bodies. And basically, the whole episode is testing theories. It's kind of like Mythbusters before Mythbusters, and they're like on the site, right? Robert Stack's there on site with the news reporter, and they're trying to test theories like, did they get away? Could they have made it out alive? And they get like a professional swimmer.
Wasn't it like during the winter time too, when it was like freezing cold temperatures, like the water?
You got freezing cold. It's like it got down to like not freezing cold, but like it's cold, like 50 degrees. That's enough to slip you into hypothermia. That's cold. Yeah. Like you're in. It's like the water you pull. They said it's the water you pull out of your refrigerator, your bottled water, but your whole body is submerged in it. But yeah, so basically. They were thought to have made these makeshift rafts, and so they got 3 regular guys to get in the type of raft that they had and see if they could make it to shore, and then they got a professional swimmer to swim to see, even if they got knocked off, could somebody have swam the rest of the way? Yeah. And the swimmer, he made it. The swimmer made it. And he said, yeah, they absolutely could have made it. They just never found their bodies. Like, they found remnants of their raft. Yeah. They found, remnants. That's why I thought they were dead. But they're like, but their bodies are never recovered. So it's like the swimmer made it, and he says, oh, yeah, they could have made it. I made it. They could have made it, even though he was a professional swimmer. But he did say, he's like, man, he was numb. He said, like, the last 45 minutes – the last 20 minutes, whatever, he couldn't feel anything, and he felt like he could. It's like, if I had to swim for another 30 minutes, he said I wouldn't have made it. So it's anybody's call. It's definitely possible. But
I'm sure that adrenaline they had, though, they probably could have made it.
That's what he was saying. The professional swimmer guy, the athlete, he was saying, but these guys had drive, motivation to get off that island. So he said that goes a long way. I'm doing it for a TV show.
Absolutely.
So it's fun to think about. And, like, what's the chances that all of them died? They said that there's big theories that maybe there's good, strong supporting theories that at least one of them survives. Because one of them, after the day after, called some kind of authority figure from the mayor or somebody, I don't freaking know, and because they were all over the news, right? And he requested a meeting with the police chief or whoever, and they don't know if that guy was the real guy or if he was just somebody that was trolling. But he was very adamant, and basically they didn't take him seriously, and they never heard from him again. So, but who knows? It's interesting stuff.
No, that's definitely something people need to check out. I mean, if they're into that sort of thing. I wanted to talk to you lastly before we wrap up here. We didn't talk about John Hurt, did we?
Okay, John Hurt passed away today as of this recording, and John Hurt, he was in a lot of things, and I don't even know what he passed away from. I don't even recall reading what it was for.
I think he had cancer. Let me look it up. Go ahead.
He was 77, and he was more or less a character actor, right? He was never like the star. But he played some really good supporting roles, and to me, he contributed to arguably the greatest scene in cinematic history. He was the guy with the chest burster in the first Alien, right? Mm-hmm. He was the guy, and then all of a sudden, I can only imagine in 1979 being in a movie theater and seeing that scene for the first time.
Yeah,
like you don't know what's going to happen. And all of a sudden, can you imagine now? I mean, like the Alien franchise is so ingrained in our pop culture, we know it. Chest bursters, the whole deal, right? It's just second nature. But if that movie had never come out, nobody knew what Alien was, and you're watching that movie, and all of a sudden that scene happens, in that year, that was some violent shit too. Mm-hmm. You recall it, right? In the first
absolutely,
movie?
Yeah.
How bloody it is. Mm-hmm. And it was never that bloody for the sequels, ever. Like, It was not the same. Because it's great, he was, like, in a comatose because he had the face hooker wrapped around him, and he couldn't wake up. And, and then all of a sudden he wakes up like he's better. So it's almost like they fool you. Okay, he's better. He's out of it. Then all of a sudden he just starts getting real sick, and they throw him on the table, and this thing bursts out of his chest, and blood's everywhere. It's insane. I don't know. To me, it's the greatest thing ever, and I love it.
He had pancreatic cancer.
Oh, it's number one killer in men, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe it's prostate cancer.
I think it's prostate.
Okay. But and this is, I mean, it's a fun fact, but I think anybody that knows, is any sort of cinephile knows this, but you probably know it too. But like that scene, the chest burster scene, they didn't tell anybody about it. They didn't tell the cast about it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't written into the script, and they didn't know it was going to happen. So the only person that knew about it was John Hurt and Ridley Scott, and of course, like the special effects guys, right? Mm-hmm. So they wanted natural performances. They wanted that stuff to happen out of nowhere and to get. So when you see the reactions of the crew screaming and stuff, especially the women, it's real, and the blood's going everywhere. And I don't know how they wrote it. I don't know. I mean, it's in the script. I think that's common for actors to not get the entire script.
Yeah.
That happens. So I don't know, but I just think it's really cool. And it's my favorite movie of all time. Obviously, he's known for The Elephant Man and other stuff. Like, what do you know him from?
The number one thing I knew him from was 1984. He was the leading actor in that, and I love that movie. I think it's great. But of course, I know him from Alien 2. But I would say 1984 is the number one thing.
Yeah. He's in a lot of stuff. But
he was 77. I mean, he lived a good life. I mean, pancreatic cancer.
I don't know. I mean, To me, I feel like the minimum age that people should be on this, or it's like 80. To me, that's where it's like, come on, make it, later. But I guess it's better than 60. Like Miguel Ferrer died as well. He died last week or so. I don't know if he's Miguel Ferrer.
Golden Girls die today, or is it
one of the gold? Which one? Isn't B. Arthur already dead? Betty White's still alive. She was one of the Golden Girls.
Oh, I thought one of them died this past couple weeks.
I don't know. Miguel Ferrer died, though. I'll mention him really quick because that's recent, too. He was a character actor. I think he was – I don't know him for this, but I think he was like a NCIS, is what he's been on lately. Mm. But, he's been in a lot of movies. Technically, he's George Clooney's cousin. Not that they ever talked about it. But he's I know him from Blank Check, the Disney movie.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic.
He was the bad guy. He was the bad guy in Blank Check, the main bad guy, Carl Quigley. And so we grew up watching that. We love it. Me and my brothers quote him in that movie all the time. I'm Macintosh. We always quote the bully kid, when he runs over his bike. He's like, I can be a witness if the price is right. The creepy kid, the little redhead kid. He's like, and then when the people come up to, oh my word, are you okay? He's like, oh, he's okay. He's like, I think he's been drinking vodka. I have not been drinking vodka. But it's a great movie. It's got Tone Low. Tone Low was in everything in the 90s. He's in Ace Ventura, Surf Ninjas.
Oh God, yeah, he's in everything.
Like, brothers don't surf.
Yeah, God, he's all the Disney movies pretty much. Though,
isn't that funny?
Yeah, whatever happened to that guy?
Surf Ninjas wasn't Disney. That was New Line Cinema.
Oh, was that New Line? Okay.
Yeah, that was New Line Cinema. Ace Ventura wasn't Disney. That was New Line Cinema.
Well, it seemed like he always popped up in those.
Blank Check was Disney, but the other two were New Line Cinema. I don't know what else he was in, but it makes me want to watch. I haven't seen Ace Ventura in a long time.
I love Ace Ventura.
I haven't seen it in so long.
They're both good, dude.
The second one's better, I think.
Do you? I don't know.
I do think. Well, okay, so I never used to think it was, but I think the clincher for me, which I have to say the second one's better, is it has the funniest gag in any of the movies. It does. It's kind of like Home Alone 1 and 2, where it's like Home Alone 1 and 2 are both good. Which one's better? I don't know.
The first one's better.
But Home Alone 2, even if you like the first one the best, to me, Home Alone 2 has the funniest moment out of the entire franchise. And that's when Marv gets electrocuted.
Yeah.
So even if it's not the better movie, I don't know. But I feel the same way about Ace Ventura 2. The scene where the rhino gives birth to him.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic, yeah.
Dude, that I die fucking laughing so hard.
Yeah.
It's like just that scene alone makes the movie so strong. It's ridiculous. Naked Jim Carrey comes out of it. It's ridiculous. And it's got
pretty hot in these rhinos.
And I do. It's funny. I do yoga. I like yoga. And, I've taken yoga classes. I do yoga by myself at home. I've taken hot yoga classes. And whenever I'm doing yoga with other people, it's kind of fruity. But, at the end of yoga, a lot of people will do ohms, Om.
Yeah.
You'll sit in your cross-legged, put out your little Gandhi fingers, and just exhale, go Om. And then and you hold it. It resonates for like 30 seconds. Oh. Anyway, whenever we all do that, I always go, alrighty then. Just like in the fucking movie. And he gets out of body experience, dude. Because it sounds good when everybody's going, alrighty then. It's fucking so stupid, man.
Love it, dude.
The out of body experience, so stupid.
Oh, God.
I got to see if those are online because I got to watch them. I don't know if they're on Blu-ray. Are they on?
I don't know. I want to look that up now because I'd love to own those, dude.
I don't recall ever coming across them on Blu-ray, which blows me away. And you know what's funny is Jim Carrey, man, his career is fading fast. But if he's going to sit there and grasp at straws and do Dumb and Dumber 2, which is fucking horrible, why didn't he try and do Ace Ventura 2? Ace Ventura 3, sorry.
Ace Ventura 3. No, I agree.
I mean, he's old, but it's not like he can't play fucking Ace Ventura. He'd be old.
Jeez, they have a double feature of Ace Ventura 1 and 2.
Blu-ray?
$80.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, it must be out of print.
Must be out of print. That's all they ever came out with was a double feature, I guess.
No, they came out with a single Ace Ventura, but that's $67. That's out of print too.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Ugh, that sucks.
You know, for those prices, I'll promote torting. I mean, give me a break.
For Ace Ventura, dude. Yeah.
The only people making that money is the fucking scalpers.
I'll promote going to the Goodwill and buying the VHS for 50 cents. That's what I'll be doing.
One of those VHSs you see everywhere.
Yeah, that and Speed. Probably the number one VHS. Remember that guy who collected as many copies of Speed as he could, dude? It's so funny.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. He bought as many copies. I think he has like 20,000 copies of Speed on VHS.
Is he like in the record books?
Yeah, I think so.
What kind of fucking record is that to strive for?
I don't know.
So, like, when you see all his copies of Speed, he's probably got all the ones with all the sun damage, the different fades of the color.
Yes, absolutely. Just Google Speed VHS collector, dude, and you'll see him. He's laying in a pile of Speed VHSs, dude. There's a picture of him bathing in a pile of... He's naked, dude.
That's funny. Speed VHS collector.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And just look at the Google images, dude.
Oh, he's taking a bath with him, dude.
Yeah.
He's in a bathtub full of the Speed VHSs.
Yep. And you could find those, everywhere. I don't know why he loves them so much, but that's the only movie I think he collects. I don't know.
What's this guy's problem?
I don't know, dude.
Look, there's a picture of him in his backyard. And he's got the fort. He's surrounded by he built a Speed VHS fort, and he's crouching in front of his little tube TV, dude, his little 13-inch.
Yeah, man makes his life mission to collect every VHS of Keanu Reeves' film Speed. He has over 500 copies of Speed VHS. Only 500 copies? He has more than that.
I don't know. I'm looking at these pictures. It doesn't look like more than 500. Trust me, that's still 500 too many.
I thought he had thousands, dude.
That's still 500 too many.
That's not enough, dude. He needs to keep collecting, dude.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous. Where does he just hoards this shit? Who has room? He keeps a whole room for this. Like, here's my Speed room.
Just one VHS, dude. It's like Jerry Maguire, dude. You can find it at any garage sale, dude.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire,
Titanic,
Twister, probably. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you see a lot of Titanics. But can you imagine, though, walking into somebody's room and they've got these book movie shelves and it's just nothing but copies of Speed on VHS everywhere? He's probably got all his walls decorated. He's like, you think he goes in there? Which one? What do I want to watch today?
Which Speed?
Which Speed do I want to watch?
He has a Speed 2 cruise control thrown in there too. He like freaks out, dude.
Oh, he gets mad.
No, not Speed 2.
Is there videos, dude?
I don't know. I was just throwing that out there.
Jason Patrick, dude. Yeah, and Willem Dafoe with the leeches. Speed on a boat. How is it Speed on a cruise ship? So stupid, dude. Oh
god, that looks awful, dude.
It's dumb, and it's got the black guy from Striptease, not Striptease, Showgirls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got the black guy.
The Jamaican guy, dude.
Yeah, he's in it.
I love that guy. He's so funny.
From Showgirls.
Yes.
Oh, now you're sold?
Yes, dude. That guy is so funny, dude, in Showgirls. I love that guy.
Sounded like the rat-tat-tat guy for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Showgirls is on Netflix, I think, right now.
Really? That movie is total crap,
it's
dude.
It's bad.
It's
and
so bad.
You forget that it's a Paul Verhoeven movie.
The dialogue is just so it is like a porno movie dialogue, dude, but it was a big budget back in the day.
Isn't it weird though that that's a Paul Verhoeven movie?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like the guy that, directed Total Recall, one of the greatest movies of all time. I've had Arnold in my movies. Why not go to the next level? Elizabeth Berkley.
God.
Okay. But I guess at that time, maybe she would have been the next big thing. You never know. They didn't know.
I mean, she was pretty attractive back then.
You had the guy that did RoboCop and Total Recall
and Hollow Man.
And Hollow Man. I don't know, did that come first? No, I think Showgirls came before that.
Yeah, that came later. Basic Instinct.
He did Basic Instinct.
That was before Showgirls, yeah.
And after, but I'm saying he was on a bit of a streak. And then now after Showgirls, he did Starship Troopers, which Starship,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen that?
I don't think so.
Here's the thing about Starship Troopers. It's such a B sci-fi movie, but it's good. Like everything about it just screams like they could make a cheap version of this on the Sci-Fi Channel, but it's good. And kind of like Elizabeth Berkley, he put Casper Van Dien in his movie as the star. And at the time, he was kind of an unknown. Casper Van Dien, he looks like somebody that could be an A-list Hollywood star. He's got those Hollywood leading actor good looks. He's a pretty boy. But after that movie, he just became the king of straight-to-video movies. So, like, when I see Casper Van Dien, man, I just see, like, loser actor, and he's in that movie. But the movie's not bad. It's got Michael Ironside in it, Paul Verhoeven, alumni.
Yeah.
And he has one of the greatest Michael Ironside quotes ever. Here's the beer. It's great. I say it all the time with some of my friends. But he brings out a keg when they're going to party, and he just goes, here's the beer. It's just really cool. But it's a good movie. You should watch it. It's got Neil Patrick Harris, too, which is weird because at the time, Neil Patrick Harris hadn't been seen since Doogie Howser.
Oh,
and all of a sudden, he was in that movie. But it's just a really fun movie. But yeah, so Paul Verhoeven. But I might watch Showgirls. It's on Netflix just to see how bad it was. I just remember it had Kyle MacLachlan in it, the guy from Twin Peaks, and the bad guy from the Flintstones movie. And I know it had Gina Gershon in it. It's just a sleazy movie, but I'll watch it. The only thing I remember from that movie is the owner of the strip club.
I used to have a huge crush on Gina Gershon, but I'm just like, ugh.
She looks like a transvestite.
Yeah. She used to look good, dude, back in the day.
I don't know. She kind of looks like a hooker that you'd pick up on the streets and turn out to be a man.
Well, when you're a kid, that's what you like, dude.
Oh, you like a fucking tree trunk? That's what you like between the legs? But anyway, we've had a lot of weird banter. It's been all over the place. We've talked about Robert Stack, Unsolved Mysteries, fucking Stetson Cologne, Trump fragrance. We've been all over the place. But it's fun. We've been talking for a while. Just a lot of banter. I have a proposition. I dare and I challenge everybody out there to let us know what you think of this very old school episode. It's so weird because when we used to do these episodes, we changed because we're like, oh, they're too long. We can't do it. No one listens to these. We have to change the format. And isn't it funny how now we're kind of longing to go back?
I actually enjoy these. I mean, I listen to these at work usually, like longer podcasts and stuff.
It's really weird. Now, I'd be totally fine with doing the chat, shoot the shit podcast and still keeping them an hour or less. I'd still be cool with that. Maybe this is still too long. I don't know. But no, I like it. I like the free form format. Just kind of talking about what's new, talking about anything and everything, what we're watching. This is how we find out about cool stuff too, right? Maybe there's some kid out there that's going to randomly, draw our podcast out of the iTunes pool, and he's going to learn that Unsolved Mysteries is on Amazon Prime right now. He's like, oh, okay, I'll take this out. Maybe he's too young to remember it. I've talked to some people that are 5 years younger than me. It doesn't take much. And they're like, what's Unsolved Mysteries? They don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I'm like, go. I told somebody I know, watch it. And they're, a few years younger and they just missed the boat on it. I'm like, watch it. And they've been watching it and they're into it. So anybody out there that doesn't know what we're talking about, go on there, search for it, and watch it. It's a show that holds up. It does have cheesy 80s, 90s, early 90s reenactments.
They're fantastic reenactments.
They're great, but the stories are creepy. They hold up, and the show is still as powerful today as it was back then because most of these things are still unsolved. Therefore, these people or these things, whatever these unsolved mysteries are, they're still out there and they're still unknown. That's scary. That's why it's still pretty potent. But anyway, let us know what you guys think of the episode. It's going to be on iTunes. We'll put it up on YouTube as well. And, follow us on Facebook and leave feedback on YouTube. Subscribe there. iTunes feedback is great. We're on Twitter, Facebook, all that garbage. And, of course, the website, btmreview.com. Show support. If anything, just chime in. Tell us you think we're shit or if we're all right. Or if you want us to talk about anything. Ask us questions, and we'll address it next time we talk, I like to stir up conversation. So, but that's all I got. River, do you have any final comments to your big return show?
Yes, I am. Yeah, it was fantastic, and I will be back soon. So, stay tuned.
All right. Adios, everybody.